All right, everybody, welcome to the Studying Brew, episode 1079 on this beautiful Tuesday evening. It is Test Taking Techniques Tuesday. It is great to have all of you here. So glad that you're here because you could have been anywhere else, but you decided to be here. And that is what's important. You got to stay consistent if you're trying to get these licenses, if you're trying to do anything, really, honestly, it's consistency and just being on it. And tonight we're going to give you some techniques, some strategies that'll help you get through these exams that'll help you get that win or that answer when even if you don't even know the content, because sometimes we don't know what the answer is. Last night it was a rough one for me. I didn't get enough sleep. To be honest, I didn't get a lot of sleep either. Again today. So we're gonna do this thing. We're gonna go through this stuff. And if you haven't studied, if you're at any level of studying, it doesn't really matter. Watch how Brandy breaks these things down. We're gonna have a great night. We had a great day. I can't complain. A lot of stuff going on. And there's a lot of people going through it right now with a lot of stuff going on. There's a lot of things, whether it's political, like after the brew, we had a whole conversation about the markets. The markets are a hot topic right now, right? There's a lot of talk about should we even get our securities license? Should we even get our securities license? Is there going to be a market? Are we going to have, will anybody want to invest? Will anybody want to do this thing? I heard that already. What's the point? What do you want to say about that, Brandy?
Threw me off.
Well, I know
No,
you're usually just over there smiling and hitting the microphone, but
I know. No, guys, do people need houses? People need investments, to be quite honest with you. Just because the market's going down currently doesn't mean it's not going to go back up. I mean, historically, it goes back up. Just saying, what goes down goes back up.
you were talking about the other day that like there's going to be a lot of people moving money around.
A lot of people, guys, look. Your friends, your family, your communities need somebody just like you to talk to them, to educate them, and to advise them on what to do in situations like this. And then some.
Oh, back to me. Oh, okay. Wow. All right.
Yeah.
No. So much information there, Brandy. All right, no, seriously, people are going to move a lot of money because there's a lot of 401ks that have to be rolled over. Some people are losing their jobs, right? Losing jobs means that 401ks have to be moved because if you don't work there anymore, should your money be there? No, you should take control of that, right? You should be able to put some sort of plan together to help you with moving of that money and making sure that you have some of that 401k move money that's under your your needs, control, right? Something that you have your say in, right? Guys, there's a lot of people that are frustrated or they don't know what's going on. Knowledge is power. And if you can provide that knowledge, if you can be that circle of influence, tax season's already coming up. Brandy's phone is literally blowing up every day. Like literally text message after text message after text message. Should I do a SEP IRA? What's a this? What's an IRA? Can I do this? Can I do that? Can I do this? There's people that she's helping that are already agents that asking her what to do. There's people that are her clients that are asking what to do. And then they refer other people to you because a lot of people have uncertainty and then they want to know somebody or have somebody in their circle that can provide at least the knowledge and help them through it. Being licensed in the market or whatever it is at any given point is important. It doesn't matter if it's a bull market, it doesn't matter if it's a bear market, it doesn't matter if the ceiling's falling down or the ceiling's going up. It doesn't matter. Somebody has to be there. It might as well be you. And you might as well be the one that's helping people make sure they preserve whatever it is that they want to preserve, save, or move forward. Right. So don't ever get negative. Don't get into what's going on in the news. Don't get all entrenched and whatever's going on with other people's opinions, whether they're political or newsworthy, whatever it is, right? You got to stay positive. You got to know that you just got to keep moving forward in this and keep doing it because, listen, I don't know if you guys ever know this, but no matter what the market's doing, no matter what the economy is doing, there's a percentage of people who are still making money. Not just a little bit. They're making a lot of money, whether it goes up or down. It don't matter. It's a good thing to learn this stuff and to know it. So we're glad that you're here, but to get this thing done, you got to keep that positive mental attitude. You can't give up, and you can't listen to all the people around you and just make that thing happen. Plus all the stuff that Brandy said in that one or two sentences. Just keep it simple.
Yeah.
All right, let's do test taking techniques. Let's get to it, Brandy. If you haven't joined up with KonaButterflyz, it's my new favorite thing. The uncomfortable silence. No. If you haven't joined up with KonaButterflyz, if you hadn't started your study program, we want you guys to join that thing up. Look, we're going to go over techniques tonight, and you might have questions. You might be like, I want to know more about that. Well, we already had on Monday, yesterday, we had a great one where Brandy went over in detail what we call OMs. We have it on Patreon for sale, and we will have the live drop tomorrow. You can either buy it, or if you're a member, watch that live drop. It's going out tomorrow afternoon, so you can either get one or the other. But check us out, scan the QR code, get onto our Patreon, whether you're free or the paid, and just get onto a program that offers you more than just content, more than just showing you what an option is, but also how it applies in a quiz. Today, Brandy went over options and stumped the whole class. Stumped the whole class. She was like, they were dumbfounded. And because Brandy's writing her own Q bank, so she's testing out all these questions out on,
a live audience.
As much better than I was going to say. I was going to say the test subjects, but yeah, a live audience. And so that way she can see where people are struggling with the concepts. The questions she's asking in there are not like the ones you see in other Q banks. They are more concept related. We are switching it up to where we're teaching you guys and how Brandy's writing questions where they're more concept related, and she's doing it live. So the only way to get those questions is to watch and to be on and to get those, because it's all concept related. Was today recorded? No, you got to be there. So I would be on those, and we're not ready to record that stuff because Brandy's writing these Q banks. I don't need people like from Kaplan who are already watching us and taking notes on what we do until we're ready to have our Q bank out there. So I don't need them to have how we're doing our Q bank so they can switch it up. I swear, every move we make, that company seriously adjusts all the time. But I'm telling you guys, we got something cooking in there. You got to be a member to join in. We have all that stuff, small group tutoring, one-on-one tutoring. We got course videos, live, all that stuff available. We have books also, SIE 6, 63, 65, 26. We got you. Check it out. Kona community on the Discord. I was just saw that on the Discord. They are doing their quizzing before the brew an hour before. You can go quiz with other students. Work it out, have some accountability, have some fun doing quizzes together on the Kona Discord. Thank you, Tim and Eric, I guess, letting me know that you guys are all doing that again. Or Eric's just waving at Tim. I don't know how it works, but I know that Tim said it, so it must be happening. So that's awesome. So get on there, check it out. We got people on there studying. Who knows? Brandy might stop in or not. I don't know. 2025, I can't tell a woman what to do, right? Right, guys? You don't tell them what to do. They just let you know what they're doing.
That's right.
Yeah, and then you just follow suit. That's how that works. 951-290-3077. Give me a call, give me a text. KonaButterflyz at gmail.com, or check us out on Instagram. Check out all the winners, all the people in the Kona Hall of Fame who passed their exams. Check out how they got their pass notice. All that there. Scan the QR code, hit the links. All right, tomorrow we've got what, Brandy?
The brew.
We got no day sessions happening tomorrow, but we do have the studying brew. So we mean no brew.
No, I said the brew.
Oh,
you said what do we got?
Yeah. All we got tomorrow is the studying brew. So tomorrow night we will be on there, but the day member sessions are out. But I do have some drops going out. Like I said, we do have the OMS test taking techniques going out tomorrow. You guys can all jump on tomorrow and watch that together. It's kind of cool. The live drops all have to be played out that hour like a live show, and you can't go forward, you can't go reverse. But once it's done, you can get the replay. So if you want to join in, you can get on a nice little chat with each other, talk while that thing's playing out. I can't guarantee you that I will be on there, but it is something for everybody that is studying. They can join in and get onto that test taking technique, see how you do, in that session. We do have the 65 book available. And again, we will have the Studying Brew tomorrow night. All right, you ready?
Yeah.
Let's go, Brandy. Tonight is not my night. Thank goodness.
We all have this.
Because I had the brain fart of all brain farts last night. So it wasn't connecting on any level. But we do have rules of test taking techniques Tuesday. Rule number 1, you're not allowed to ask what exam did the question come from. So many times people will ask us, whoa, what is this? The series 7? What is this? Hey, tell me when it's my question for my exam. When are you going to have my exam today? Look, if you're caught up in that noise, you're missing the whole point of how we do this. It doesn't matter what exam. If it is multiple choice, these will help you in some way. Even if it's only one question that you got right on the exam and it was because of a test taking technique, they could have been that one question that got you the pass notice. Any edge you can get is a win, right?
Yes.
Exactly. So pay attention how Brandy's breaking these down. What does she look at? Why is she reading the answers first? Because they lead to reading the question with intent. What are the things that she's noticing that are not content related and but yet allowed her to answer the question without even looking at the question?
Boom.
Rule number 2. How do you get good at something? You practice. You practice and you practice and you practice. Well, I got 20%. Practice some more. I got 40%. Practice some more. I got 70%. Practice some more. I got 80%. Practice some more. Practice, practice, practice. This is a skill set. And you add this to your content that you already know with your questions. Guess what? That's an edge. That's an edge. And if all you need is a 10% edge or a 20% edge or a 30%, take it. So you just got to practice at it. It might not be the first, the easiest thing for you to do, but it is a skill set worth learning and adding to your arsenal for sure. All right, ready to go?
Yes. And there's one thing that I want you guys all to think about when you guys try this new way, this different way of looking at this stuff. If you go there, if you ever find yourself going, there's no way that I can't be that easy. That's super weird. No way. Just click the answer. Just click the answer, because who cares if you're wrong on a quiz? Chances are you might actually be right. I'm just saying, try it.
So Joanna put a quote from Oscar Wilde in there, and she was saying about how I was talking about how we get copied all the time.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
Imitation is the is the sincerest form of flattery that mediocrity can pay to greatness. Oscar Wilde. That's awesome. And then Eric added, it took him 3 SIEs, 2 Series 6s, and 2 63s, and I'm still learning and practicing for the 65.
Look, I do this for a living, ladies and gentlemen, for a living. And when you're in the moment and you're getting caught up and you're like, you can forget this stuff because we've been taught to do this differently since kindergarten. Does that make sense? Like since we were in elementary school. So sometimes it is hard to redirect your thinking. It doesn't mean it's impossible, but you guys got to try this. You got to try it.
There you go.
Let's go. Let's go. All right. A. Being able to clear customer transactions. B. Being a fully disclosed firm. C. Accepting customer funds. D. Accepting customer securities. Well, honestly, customer. There's no customer in this answer choice. So this one is the one that is randomly and different. And I looked at the question and it said all of the following are associated with a firm, carrying firm, except how about the one that doesn't have anything to do with carrying?
There you go.
I don't know why carrying customers. I don't know. But the point was that it's the only one that didn't have the word customer in it.
Didn't work for me last night, as you guys saw, but it works in this case. That's a good example.
Yes. Yes. I've had those days. Trust me. Live on the Studying Brew. All right. The issue is in good standing. The issue is in default. The issuer has missed a payment, but is current. The issue is considered slightly speculative. I don't think I've ever heard of something being considered slightly anything.
What does that even mean?
I know. So I did see that this one was the shortest choice. And then I looked at the question, and the question has a D rating. And I don't know about you guys, but D default starts with D. And so that's just what I picked.
That's for the win. There you go.
Boom. And then it checks out, right? If you have a D, you're not in good standing. If you have a D, you're not current. If you have a D, it's not slightly speculative. That would be like a C, right? If
Yep.
we think of grades.
And you have a D on your restaurant, you're giving people food poisoning.
Right.
That means chodera for all my Spanish speakers.
Exactly. All right. We have this thing here on the Studying Brew in Kona that says if there is a number, one number, usually the answer. And so the question said, registered representatives must complete or satisfy each of the following except, well, registration state requirements sounds good. Regulatory element sounds good. Firm element sounds good, but this number, this U5 thing, what the heck is that? I don't know, but it's the only one with a number.
Right. And all the members know it's U5 goodbye.
Exactly.
That's why you want to study with Kona and not everybody else, because you know that U5 means goodbye.
Exactly. You know, I always try to answer these with no content.
Pretty easy though.
But y'all put them in the chat.
They did.
All right. Primary offering, secondary offering, subsequent offering, or an initial public offering. These two are actually opposite.
I know it's different, and I know you're going to correct me, but I always feel like primary and initial are the same thing. I'm not doing content here, so like the first.
This is definitely the first.
And then I always think primary is first. So
it is. I'm just gonna leave it that way. I'm not gonna get too deep because there's gonna be somebody.
I'm not trying to be content.
No, I know. There's gonna be somebody on the comments on YouTube that's gonna be actually.
I
know.
But we're not doing content, fool. So stop writing me on YouTube. No.
Right.
I'll turn the comments off on you. How I do.
All right. So it's an offering. It actually kind of doesn't matter in this situation anyways, because check out the question. It says an offering in which one or more stockholders are selling all or a portion of their own shares. I don't know about you, but if it's a stockholder selling their shares, that means you, no matter what, by default, is going to be the second owner. Just like you selling your used car, that person who buys your car is going to be the second owner.
That's right.
Boom.
They get all your fart smells in your seats.
Exactly. So when it's coming from a stockholder or a car owner, secondary.
That's right. Those French fries under the seat, those were yours.
You know, they've been there since that car existed if it's McDonald's. Okay.
Hey, and if that car was from the 70s and you see that Twinkie, guess what? Looks exactly the same.
Right. I'm going to put this, look, just to kind of solidify it. If it's a stockholder, it's not brand new.
There you go. Hey, that's some knowledge right there. You write that down.
Yeah.
Stockholder, not brand new.
Exactly.
Commit that to memory.
You already hold the stock.
I don't know. If I see a Twinkie from the 70s, I'm not eating that thing.
Please don't.
It probably is good still, but I'm not gonna try it.
I've heard it is. All right.
I'll let Mikey try it.
That's true.
Some of us are old enough to remember those commercials.
Mikey likes it. Okay. Must be a broker dealer. Can never be a corporation. Can. Ooh, I like. Can.
Ooh, I see only.
Be a bank only. So guys, the answer based on must only, never and always.
Only true statement there is D.
Now watch. You guys ready for the question? Boom. A clearing corporation or an agent. Right. A clearing corporation agent or depository for securities transactions could be a commercial bank. I'm not saying it can't be a broker dealer. I'm not saying it can't be a corporation. I'm just saying it can also be a commercial bank.
Yeah, they're the only one. They're the ones that put must, never, and only, making it only those. No.
Yeah.
Or never that.
And then also depository banks. Let me put that in the chat.
Didn't need to know that knowledge because you know why? Test taking techniques Tuesday.
That's right. That's right.
Turn those comments off on YouTube. Boom.
All right. Providing quarterly investment updates to employees. That's nice, right? That's nice.
Yeah.
Allowing employees to choose their investments. Okay.
Thank you.
That's nice. That's nice. Funding the plan sufficiently to meet future obligations. Yes, please.
Gracias.
And then matching employee contributions up to a certain percentage. Now, if I'm looking at all of these sound great.
They do.
They all sound good.
Wonderful.
Right? So I had to go to the question on this one, and I said, and it says, which is one of the main employer obligations of a defined benefit plan? And whereas A, B, and D are nice, can we make sure the plan has the money for all of our future obligations, please?
That would be great of you. That would be honestly, that's the first step, isn't it?
Guys, at
Step
minimum,
one, make sure the funding's there.
At minimum, if you have employees and they plan to retire in the next 20, 30, 40 years, please make sure you've got your obligations in like sets.
That's not really content. I mean, that's just common sense. You don't have funding for that, you're not going to have any of the others.
And bro, how messed up is it for your employees if you can't meet your future obligations of your employer plan?
I'm just saying it's easy to match zero though.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like,
I'm just saying from my point, if I'm an owner and I got zero money contributing, hey,
yeah,
I got you.
Yeah, A, B, and D, nice. But please make sure I've got money there. Just right. That's it. Look at that, guys.
That joke is about as good as you saying we can go to Chick-fil-A on Sunday. Joke because Brandy is vegan. All right, everybody. Thank you so much for being here. We appreciate you. Have fun with your test taking techniques. Crack jokes. Make some associations that make sense. And it doesn't always have to be content related. And if you feel like you constantly need to do that, you're missing the whole point of the test taking technique skill. You're missing the whole point of why we're doing this exercise. Does it always work for every single time? No, I never said that. I'm never going to guarantee that. I'm also not doing the Monas with my own thing. Look, the bottom line is if you can add this in when you don't know what's going on anyway, what the heck? What do you got to lose? It's going to be the best guess you ever had. And it might be the deciding guess that gets you the pass notice. And if that, like I said, is the edge to get you a pass, then that's what you need to focus in on. So many people are like, you know, what's the difference between you and everybody else? We give you another edge that no one else is teaching you. Yes, we do give you the content, but we also give you the techniques. We give you a skill set. We give you a strategy amongst all the other things you get to do with Brandy and testing, getting you ready to test for these exams. But the one thing that you all can do to help yourself that we can't do is you got to keep that positive mental attitude. You got to keep that effort, got to keep that consistency, and you have to have that positive mental attitude, because no matter how good a program is, there's two things that we can't help: your actions and your attitude. That comes from you. So we don't have day Zooms tomorrow. Remember that. No members day Zooms on Wednesday, but we do have the evening. We have you at night, Studying Brew, same bat time, same bat channel. Until then, everybody, stay safe out there. Wash your hands. Don't touch your face. Don't touch your friend's face. That's all I know. Keep the positive mental attitude. PMA, everybody. Have a great night.
Thank you all so much for being on. We super appreciate you. Practice these techniques in your quizzes. I promise you, they're super fun, just like we are. All right, guys, have an amazing evening. We'll see you guys tomorrow.